Yo, what's good? It's your boy TA, aka Mr. First Team. Today we got the Mississippi Bullet, no other than Monta Ellis. Intense battles. You know I had to get my rest with that cat. But yo, head over to Prize Picks, use promo code MUD, and let's get ready for the episode.
Whoa, I got it out the mud. Put me last, gon' feel me first. Did me bad, gon' do you worse. Same on sides, gon' get you hurt. I spit facts in all my verses. Still might pull up and eat at church. I go up and down with racks, and that's a fact. Feel like they curse. Bet I go out like a thug. Bet I put something in the dirt. Yes, I came up from the mud. This a $1,000 shirt. Break the bitch, make her work straight to my hand from out of purse. Hey, I come from the mud. They finally found that diamond in the dirt.
Hey, kid, I gotta make it, kid. This out the mud, man.
Yo, welcome back. Out the mud, you dig? My brother TA. And today we got a very, very special guest, my boy, my bro, straight out of Jackson, Mississippi. 12-year NBA veteran, one of the best who ever do it. Monta Ellis, you dig? Welcome, brother.
Thanks,
Appreciate
bro.
you, man.
Appreciate y'all, man.
It's
What's
an
up?
honor, man,
What's
you
happening?
know?
How y'all doing out there?
Man, we appreciate you blessing the platform.
Nah, for sure, man.
So, bro, coming out of Jackson, bro, you know, I've been always familiar with, obviously, you know, my boy Al Jefferson. He from Mississippi. That's my main man.
Yes,
my
sir.
man, 100 grand.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
so
Big
coming
Al.
into the city of Mississippi, bro, I used to always hear a lot about Monta Ellis. That Jay Reed told me about you a long time ago.
Jay Reed.
When we, you know what I'm saying, when I got drafted or whatever.
Yeah.
And then just to see it full circle, having all these Mississippi guys come out of them. I just want to let you know, bro, before we start this show out, bro, you one of the guys, bro, I had to get my rest for. You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about the same preparation I would have for like a Kobe.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Or any of the elite guards in the league, bro. I just want to give you your flower, man. I really appreciate you coming to bless our platform.
Nah, appreciate
that, G.
Like I said, man, you know, go hand in hand, man. You know, shit, like I told you, man, you know, y'all helped me because I was a little guard coming in, but, you know, with my balance and, you know, me being able to, you know, play the game that I play the game. So y'all helped me make quick decisions. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm going here, I can feel your body. Now I can make my next move, which everybody knows is the spin move. Now when I incorporate that, now they're going to say going to do the spin move. Now I'm going to do over the top. So now I'm going to hit you with all different type of things. And that playing against physical, bigger guards like y'all, when I first came out, because shit, I was 154 pounds when I first came out of high school. So I had to, you know, grind and get it. But nah, I appreciate that. And I appreciate you for even, you know, making me even work, challenge me to be able to sharpen my game. Because, you know, it's like, you know, sharpen a knife. Every day, like when you're going against the grain and you keep using that thing, get dull over time if you ain't got the people to challenge you. So for me, being a small guard, coming in and playing you big guards like that, it kept my knife sharp to where, you know, I can get through those spots.
Iron sharpen iron.
Believe that.
So,
but tell us what it was like growing up in Mississippi, bro. Old Jackson, Mississippi, man.
Man, it was rough, man. I was raised by my mom, single mom, and my grandparents. I got two brothers. Man, just came from a hardworking family with my grandparents. I stayed with them until I was like 16. So they instilled a lot of, you know, work ethic, a lot of old wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
So my mindset is thinking old. Like people say, I got an old soul. So I think wisely and I, you know, try to take my time. Not saying I do it right all the time, but most of the time I do. But man, you know, it was rough. Shit. Used to have one pair of shoes, a couple pair of pants. Man, some days, you know, lights weren't on, the gas wasn't on.
Real struggle.
Yeah, so like it for sure wasn't roses, but I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know, being the person who I am and what I have become in this world and be able to make it to the NBA in 12 years and do what I've done, like I cherish that because without that, I wouldn't be who I am today.
So you definitely out the mud. You definitely
Believe that.
planted your rose and planted your seed, and it grew into a rose out the mud for sure.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
man.
Yes, sir.
Nothing but the flowers to you. One of the best to ever
Appreciate
do
it, bro. Appreciate it.
Who influenced you, like, coming up, you know, in Jacktown, Jackson? Like, who was your influence? How you get to hooping and, like, you know?
Well, my brother, my oldest brother, he put the ball in my hand when I was 5. He's 5 years older than me, so
And shout out to your brother. What's your brother's name?
Antoine Ellis.
Okay,
Antoine
shout
the
out to
Gun.
Antoine.
Everybody
Sure.
in Mississippi, everybody in Jacktown know the Gun.
Yeah.
But yeah, he put the ball in my hand, and everything that he was doing at practice, he would come home and show me. And like line drills, we used to use the cracks that was in the street to go from curve to curve.
Yeah.
And that's how I did line drills when I was at that age. So dribbling the basketball and all that. So my brother, he was the reason why I actually did what I did, because my brother's 6'8", 6'9", and can do it all.
Yeah.
End up, hanging with the wrong crowd. So he blessed me in a lot of ways, man. Yeah. Even, the circle that I keep, the people that I hang around, very, very cautious on, taking things from people like far as drinks and, if we in a setting or doing whatever we doing, seeing what he went through and what he had to go through for so long, like it made me, make better decisions. So everything that you see me do, picture that at 6'8", 6'9", and he could play the 1 through the 5.
Man.
I'm talking about play both ends of the floor. So I just chose a different path, and it was because of him. So he know I always give him my flowers. He know he the reason why I am the person I am today, especially on the basketball court, because if it wasn't for him to even give me any hope or belief that I can even do this, I wouldn't even be here right now today.
For sure. Shout out to Antoine.
Yeah, shout out to Antoine. I'm gonna say that he definitely put that battery in your back. I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I can tell from me competing with you over the years. So when you say shout out your brother, it's like, yo, who always was the guy that kind of motivated you to like go hard when you was out in the parks, or you was hooping open gym and you had a motherfucker just telling you like, bro, you could get there.
Yeah,
So
then you
just
have battles with him. Like, man, my brother was it was hard for me to beat my brother when we were one-on-ones, man. We had those battles. Yeah, because he was way bigger than me, but he also helped me because I was always the smallest guy. Yeah. That's why when everybody's like, man, you always go in there and challenge them big old guys, man. I was always small. Yeah. So I'm not finna go in there like, man, there's some big old jokers in there. Balance.
Small with a lot of
working on your balance. When I got to the league and understood balance and to be able to get stronger but not getting bulky, to lose my speed to what I had, like that was the turning point. That what changed the game for me. Like once I got to that point, I got to put the speed on, the weight on, and I was able to keep my speed. And now I just got to work on my balance, stability, mobility, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's key.
And when I did that daily. I did that.
Corrective
I didn't
exercise.
I didn't go home for 3 summers where I just stayed and trained and just stayed and trained, got as much as I could.
We heard you went to Lanier High School.
Yep.
Tell me how you end up in Lanier High School and how they even come discover you coming up and where you come from.
I mean, I've been around there my whole life.
Oh yeah.
My family went there. So the Ellis name at Lanier is a household name, and it was way before me. My mom played basketball. My aunties played volleyball. Yeah. So there was a name before I even got there. So my brother was before me. So I was the ball boy when he was in high school, and that's when I was around in middle school and around that area, where elementary going into middle school. So I was always around there. So I could walk to my high school. So like it wasn't no other place we talking about going. Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how that happened.
What school bro went to? High school?
He went to Lanier.
Oh, he went to Lanier. Yeah. So he wanted you to follow them footsteps.
Oh yeah, I ain't had no choice. Like I said, man, we was the powerhouse. So my high school coach, won state championship. Also give him his flower. If it wasn't for him, pushing me and doing the things that he was doing. Like when I was like, man, this man crazy, man. Like y'all wonder how I could come in there and run all day. Man, he's run us for 3 hours. I'm talking about every part of running you talk about, from suicide to 17s to running the bleachers for 20 minutes. I'm talking about all that. So, like with him, like it was, and I always like I said, we were the powerhouse. They win all the state championships. So I was always gonna go there. But he took my game to a whole nother level by the discipline part of it.
Yeah.
Like when I got to the league, I appreciated it because I ain't never had a coach as crazy as he was.
Yeah, but he fuck with you from the heart though.
Yeah,
He
but
real.
see, he ain't had no choice because we was all single mom raised. And then we in the hood. Like we in the hood with gangbangers, drug dealers, and killers. And so he had to be like that. That was the only, male figure that we had outside of like my grandfather, my Uncle Bug, and a couple of my uncles-in-law. But other than that though, he had to be like that.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about, but man, he made us into men as we got older. Like we appreciated that.
Yeah.
So I appreciate him for that.
So that was the school you always wanted to go to. You shit, that's it wasn't no other schools in the city or none of that.
Man, old kid and them, I tried all of them.
Yeah, he like, hell no, I'm stay at home.
Nah, I'm here. Yeah, I gotta play this. When I was a kid, I always dreamed of playing this.
Yeah.
And it's just like going into like above the rim.
Yeah.
See, we used to before, when I got there, I never played in the old gym. So when I got there, it was the new gym they just built. But see, the old gym is the gym that I fell in love with.
Right.
That's the one with the crowd.
Everybody standing on the court.
Man, I promise you think you was in above the
Jacktown
rim.
finest in the building.
Shout out to Jacktown, man.
When Tupac come off in there, that's how it was. And the lights were dim like that. The floor was like shiny and brown, like with our logo in. It was.
So that hoopla was crazy when you when you was in there, but you felt like you was Jordan.
Hey, man. But then we had great competition though throughout the city though.
Yeah.
So that would even made it even better though. Like we had great competition throughout the city. Like you was always playing for a name.
Oh yeah.
Like every night that we played throughout I got to high school. Like my senior year is when it got to coming down because all the upper classes that I was with, I always played against the upper kids. I never really played with the kids in my class, but they was all gone and all that. But man, throughout my freshman year to my junior year, man, great basketball.
Yeah,
great basketball.
That's crazy.
Because you was named all parade your sophomore, junior year.
Yeah, won it my senior year.
Yeah. You made the teams.
Yep. Yeah, man. I put in some work, man.
Yeah.
Who was some of the cats in the the rankings that you was pretty much looking for, hunting down, or you always was top dog in that situation?
No, I never looked at nobody else. I always worried about me.
Okay.
So when I went in the gym, I just put in the work. So, and then it's just time to tell, because I ain't play AAU basketball.
You didn't?
Damn.
No.
That was my reason for questioning. I'm like, damn, I just knew you was, we had a lot of guys who had been through that All-American, status.
Yeah.
And just to know that you didn't even play AAU and
So what happened was my high school coach would do, he'll get like a couple boys, like 8 of us or 9 of us around in the area. We'll go on one team and we'll play like if they had the big tournament in Vegas and they had the big tournament out in Orlando out there. And those are the 2 tournaments we'll go to. But playing AAU, just traveling like that, I never played AAU basketball.
Damn.
That's out the mud.
Out the mud, for sure.
That's why I try to tell kids, man, like.
That's out the mud.
Like, AAU basketball is nothing but basketball.
Yeah.
It's nothing, in today's game, it ain't nothing but kids disrespecting the game of basketball. Because every time you score, you got to celebrate. Like, it's only a bucket. Like, what are we talking about?
I had to get on my son's ass about that, man.
Yeah,
all that
I
damn
get on all my kids about
all
that.
Don't celebrate all the damn time.
I said,
he
it's
scored
one
late.
bucket. That's it. It's one bucket. Like, at the end of the game, then what we talking about?
For sure.
It's just one bucket, and that's why the NBA is taking a turn the way it is when they talk about European players and American players. Because the circuit basketball have become a circus.
Yeah.
Like, most of the parents want to live through their kids, never played the game of basketball. but want to tell your kid how to play the game of basketball. And then when they get somebody who try to be real with them and coach them, oh, he hating on your kid.
Yeah.
Like, the fundamentals and the IQ is gone because we're not doing repetition of skills and fundamentals every day. They like daily vitamins. And when you're not getting those daily vitamins, then your body is functioning differently. That's how basketball is. It's the same thing. Like, you can't go teach a kid trying to do a spin move if they ain't never dribbled a basketball. You can't teach them a Euro if they don't even know how to do a spin move. Like, it's steps and it's level to it. That's why the ones that get it, they're the stands out. The other ones, they just like crab in a barrel, just trying to get out, trying to find a way. And it goes back down to fundamentals of the game. And the AAU circuit is killing American basketball.
And it's crazy. You ain't play none of that. 72 points in one game. I'm talking about 2 state championships. I'm talking about all parade, first team All-American, and get to the All-American McDonald's game. Explain that to the listeners, man. How was your experience in the All-American Mickey D's?
It was a time to remember. Man, the crazy thing is, man, I had so much hype going into that because we had just played against Louis Williams. Me and him just played in front of like 29 scouts. So like the buzz was there in practice. Coach ran
6-man Lou Williams.
Yeah, Lou Williams.
Lemon Pepper Lou.
Yeah,
he came out of high school too, huh?
Came the same year.
Oh, that was
same
good action.
year.
Yeah, we played each other my senior year. And they made a big old thing at the Coliseum. That's when we had like 29 scouts, 30 scouts at that game.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I always got to give you brothers.
Bro,
I got to give you guys, man. Guys who came out of high school, got to give them their respect.
Damn right.
That's a brave move, bro.
It is.
Yeah.
Cats won. If you just don't want listeners know, coming out of high school, bro, and coming up when I was hooping, you had to have a great support system around you to guide you to that decision.
Damn right.
Because you make that decision, bro. I mean, so many guys that I'm talking about even tried it and failed. You see what I'm saying? We talking about it off camera, like guys like Coleon Young, guys who actually took that opportunity and it wasn't the best decision. And just to see the fact that you took that so serious, bro, and worked on your game. You even talking about the game still today, bro. It impresses me, bro.
Yeah, man, because I had a chip on my shoulder after I got drafted.
Yeah.
Because I was told one thing and then another thing happened. Like, that's when I first learned
politics
the
of this
business.
shit.
I'm gonna clean up the business of basketball.
The business of basketball.
I mean? Yeah, the business of basketball. Because when I came out, you know what I mean, I didn't know anything about, Sonny. Like, everybody knew who Sonny was. Like, I didn't know who Sonny was. So when they bring Sonny to me, like, hey, Sonny can, get the right place, whoop, whoop. And I'm like, who is he? Like, I'm coming from Jackson, Mississippi. Before I got to this point, I never seen people. Before I got to this point, I never seen people. So when they brought him to me, I was like, so why should I give him a piece of something that I worked so hard for that I never seen in a day of my life? So when I didn't make that move, that's when everything changed. So I ended up going second round. And my draft party, I had like 300 people there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? By the time I got drafted, it was probably 12, and all of them were my family members.
Man.
My grandma, she started crying. My mama, she was upset. And the only thing I told them, I got my foot in the door. That's all I needed, with my foot in the door. Because I knew my work ethic. I knew my mindset.
Different,
like
bro.
I wasn't drinking and smoking and doing none of that in high school.
Different.
Like, I wasn't doing that. Like, I wasn't doing that my first 3 years in the league. Like, I didn't do none of that until I was 21, 22 years old.
For real?
Yeah, when I was in the league, man, I told you I stayed in the gym. Like, that's what I say, you got to be mentally locked in, and then you got to have a good support system.
Yeah.
And you got to, and you're going to have you're gonna have to put on your big boy drawers and have some nuts because it's gonna be some things that you're gonna have to put in place. But like, nah, that ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
Nah, you ain't going with me. Nah, I'm gonna do this like this. Like you gonna have to do that. But when you do, you just gotta know that you're having the right people around you.
Yeah.
And these young boys, man, y'all making a lot of money. Please get y'all some good people around y'all that gonna tell y'all when y'all wrong. The yes dudes around y'all need to get them away from around you because by the time you really figure out what's going on, it's gonna be too late. So man, get you a support system with people that gonna tell you when you're doing wrong and listen to them.
Word.
Because at the end of the day, everybody can get better and grow.
Word, that's real
Out
shit.
the, out the
Real
mud
spill.
advice.
For sure.
Get
What
live.
you was so you went to Adidas camp when you was in high school?
Now I went to Nike the first 2 years, and then we end up going to Reebok, which I think they had started getting sponsored by the ABCD camp. I think they started sponsoring them after Adidas left, so I went there 1 year. But yeah.
Yeah, because you was ranked, because you and Lou Will, y'all was the top two.
We was 1-2.
1-2,
yeah,
right?
That's how we ended up playing each other in high school.
Yeah.
At the 1-2 thing. Yeah.
That's
Gerald
hard.
Green was in that draft too, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
G Green.
CJ Miles. Shoot, we had a bunch of Andre Bogut.
CJ Miles. Yeah.
Yeah, we had we had a bunch of.
What was your draft process like? You talked about a lot of stuff going wrong in the process and that. Like, how did you work out with a lot of guys throughout the draft, or was it just private workouts?
I worked out with like 7 teams.
17?
And Golden State never was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, man, what I was told, where I was projected to go, like that's why I always went into with Chris Paul, Darren Williams, Raymond Felton. I was always paired up with them in every workout that we went to. So, like it was up and down. Like I told you, when I didn't want to fool with Sonny, everything changed.
Yeah.
The whole dynamic of the whole situation changed.
Man.
So now I just had to go through it. And at that point, my mission is just to do enough to be seen. So that's what it was. Like my main thing. Like at that time, man, I was so mentally locked in and so determined to make my life, my family life better. That was my main goal. Like it was tunnel vision. Everything else was just on the outside.
That's huge.
And that's big. You got, like you say, you got the support system. You got everything there to keep you locked in.
No,
that's real
that's
shit,
huge,
bro.
man. It's huge, man. And like I tell these young kids, man, a dream with no work ain't nothing but a thought.
Gotta work for this shit.
Like
that's all it is.
You gotta work for this
you gonna
shit,
wake
bro.
up one day, you gonna be, I thought I was gonna be this. I thought I was gonna be that. Shit, I thought I was gonna be here at this time. I thought I was gonna be like this. That's all it is if you don't put in the work. You can't, you won't be able to buck the system to try to get to the league.
Yeah.
If you're not, like I tell people this all the time, in order for you to be different, you have to be different. In order for somebody to call you different, you have to be doing something totally different. They be like, hey, man, he's doing something different than everybody else did. And it's gonna show. One thing about it, hard work, you can't hide it.
Sacrifice. Got to work hard.
Man, sacrifice is the bigger thing. That mean if today I might don't play the video game. Today I might go out there and shoot 100 jump shots. And it's for the younger kids. Because once you get on up to college, it should be more than that. But it's just for the younger kids now who really think they doing something. Like that's sacrificing the video game, sacrificing your phone, sacrifice even hanging out with certain friends. Because when I was in high school, man, like basketball, everybody knew where I was when I was in high school. Everybody knew where I was. They said, man, what Monta at? Man, probably shooting some basketball. Probably over there on the crate, over there on the
all
light
around
pole.
this
Probably got the bike on the bike rim over there on the back. Yeah, they knew what I was doing. I shot basketball in the garbage can, man. Like dedicated. And I'm talking about, I'm putting myself in game situations. Like, and that's another thing kids got to do. Tap into your imagination. Like, you have to see it. You have to see the game. You got to understand, play the game, and see the game. You got to tap into your imagination. If you don't tap into your imagination, you're gonna struggle for a while.
That's real shit. You gotta tap into that imagination.
Yeah, you gotta tap into it.
Got to.
Yep. And being that free minded, man. Your rookie year, you know, I'm pretty sure you was had, like you said, had a lot to prove.
Yeah.
How was those matchups with some of those elite point guards that you just named? And were you looking for those guys? And tell us your out the mud welcome to the NBA moment.
Man, it was like my welcome to the NBA. Trying to see.
Cause I know it's been a lot of time. I mean, I made you go to the crib just wondering what the hell I'm gonna do next. But other than that, like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I mean,
let us know, man.
I ain't know because
look at him cut.
nah, because the crazy thing is, nah, man, for real though, like I tell people like this, like my game in the NBA is the same way I played in high school. So, like, I ain't never really had I had a chip on my shoulder. So, like, whatever came with it, I knew that y'all was bigger and stronger. I knew that. But I knew what I had to do in order for me to compete in this league.
Right,
and I did that. Like, so I ain't never, I guess having a moment, my moment was, I could say this, my moment is when I first went to Vegas for Summer League. And I had to go in. We had, you give it to team, then they do their little workout and everything. Got to go in the weight room and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I went in there, could lift 25-pound dumbbell, man.
Wow.
Man, I'm telling you, man, Johnny, hey, man, Big John, no, I ain't lying. Man, I'm talking about, and then they were his exact word. He was like, man, we draft this fucking kid. He can't even draft, and me can't even pick up 25 pounds. So there was this whole thing, but he the one, he was with me for, out of my 12 years, Johnny was with me for like 10.
Mm-hmm.
And the balance and all that stuff, he taught me so much of that. So in the summertime, they took me out of summer league. I ain't played summer. I played one summer league game.
Word.
And from that day, they started preparing me to get ready to start playing.
Damn. So
Hold on, you talking about Johnny Davis?
Game.
Coach Johnny Davis?
Not Coach Davis.
Not Coach Johnny Davis.
You talking about the strength coach.
The strength coach, Johnny?
Johnny Murray.
Johnny
Big
Murray.
John.
Okay, Big John.
Big John.
Yeah.
He was our strength coach. He was our security.
Yeah.
He was everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big John, head of security now. at Golden
Shout out
State.
to Big John.
Yeah. Nah, he showed me all that with the balance and all that. Showed me little moves to be able to get the bigger guards off me.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't gonna give you my secrets, but that's how I was able to create contacts and things like that, man. He showed me. Like, we was in the gym a lot. My first 3 years, man, I seen my chiropractor, my masseuse, and my strength coach, Johnny, and I used to call him my A-team. That's Dr. Stein Lenny, and then Gina, forgot her last name. But I used to see them 6 days out of a week.
Damn.
Yeah, I was one.
He's on your shit, though.
Kevin, that's what I'm
he's on
saying.
your shit.
Man, I had to take care of my body because I knew that I was going to play 45 minutes or more.
Tell me, bro, what that shit was like. You know, you come from Jackson, come from the South. What was the culture shock like at going to the Bay? You know, they yay the big glass, they turn up Hyphy Max, right? You coming from the country, you don't know nothing about this shit. Because it was a culture shock for me, coming from Indiana going to Portland.
Yeah.
So when I got out, you know what I'm saying? So I know you like, what the fuck?
Hey, now to be honest with you, man, hey, bro, I felt right at home.
Yeah.
Like, that's why the Bay Area, like my second home, I love the Bay Area.
Shit.
I
Shout
love
out to the
fans.
Bay,
They love
man.
me too.
Sure.
And we got, like, that's my second home. If it wasn't if it wasn't so high down there, I might be living there right now. I wouldn't be here. But I mean, man, it wasn't nothing but a bigger Jackson, if you ask me.
That's why I say they blue collar people, man. Blue collar town. You a blue collar player.
They wasn't. I mean, they was cool. I ain't never had no problems with, nobody in the Bay Area, nothing like that. Man, they showed me love. Man, I went in there as a kid, man. It came out of a young man.
Yeah.
And a young man that had to learn a whole lot, man. Even though how it went down, like it was great, man. I love Oakland. That's why I got it tatted on my back.
And like you say, you was there. You grew up shit, you grew up in the Bay, you know,
Yeah.
like you said, you came out there motherfucking man.
come on,
So
man.
and you a real one too. So, you know,
Yeah.
I know about, you know, I
Yeah.
spent some time in Sac and
Yeah.
got some family out there. So
Yeah.
you a real one. So I know they cuff you like,
Yeah.
oh, come on.
Oh yeah, man. They
That's
show
little
love.
bro. You know, he
man,
good.
no problem, man. Everywhere.
Straight up.
And it's just all about just being
Real.
yourself, man. That's it.
Real
Ain't nothing
dog.
spectacular about it.
Meanwhile, who was some of your OGs? Like who was your, like, you know, when we came in the league, when I came in the league, I had guys like Paul Pierce,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying, Ricky Davis. You know,
Yeah.
those were my vets.
Yeah.
Who was your vets when you came in?
Man, that We
your first year
Believe
in the league?
team, man. I had Al, BD, Stack Jack,
Ooh-wee.
Matt.
The guys, really, pretty much all the guys.
Them,
all the
you know what I
guys.
mean?
Whoa.
So Jason Richardson, shout out
Shout out
to
to my
Jay
boy
Rich.
Bones,
yeah. Man. That was, yeah.
Ooh, we
That-
You got welcome
Well, you
out
had-
of the
well, you
guys.
got-
That was a
well, you
nice
had a
little
real
welcome.
weapon, boy.
Yeah, man.
Shit.
Those guys, man.
Yeah.
I had those guys. I learned a lot, man. I learned a lot.
Yeah,
You know,
and I
it
can
was-
say he was in good hands, man.
Yeah,
he was
we
in
was
good
good,
hands,
man. We was good. Now we ain't had no problem, man. That We Believe team, man. We came together. We built a bond that was so crazy in a short, amount of time. When Don Nelson counted us out,
Yeah.
he said we weren't gonna win. He was like, forget it. So BD had us all meet up. We all met up and say, man, we got this amount of games left. We can do this if we do this, in the third. And from that day, I think after the last 21 games or something, we end up winning like 17 or something out of that jump to end up getting the AC.
Yeah.
But man, that was a wild year.
Yeah, I was looking. That's kind of like the situation we was in when we got San Antonio that year. We was AC,
Yeah.
and we got popped. The 1 seed, we knocked them off. So
Yeah.
we kind of like matched up with them better. So we like,
that
shit,
was
we
the
want to.
thing.
We damn near want to get with them to match
They
up.
had
So
the-
that's how y'all was like during. I remember it during
Yeah.
that
They had the
season. Y'all
best
had
record.
popped them though.
Yeah, they had the best record. But see, the crazy thing is we had beat them already
Yeah,
3
that's what I'm
times
saying. Y'all
during
had
the
popped in the
season.
regular
So,
season.
That regular season give
Yeah.
it give you a feel how this shit
Oh,
could
yeah,
go later
how you
on.
Straight
know?
up.
But we also had Don Nelson that knew everything that they was doing.
Shout out,
He
Don Nelson.
actually coached
Shout out,
that
Don
series
Nelson. Yeah, we
like
Don.
it was no other, though. He coached that series like it was no other. He told us everything that was exactly what's going to happen, and it happened, and we just stuck with it. But like I said, the chemistry, the bond that we had built over the time going into that run, it was crazy, bananas.
Yeah, I mean, you look back, man, Don Nelson, it pretty much, when we heard it from Al say shit, he just wanted this get back. He say, man, let us just get
That's
our
it.
get back.
That's it,
He
boy.
say,
He
man.
wanted. Hey, I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie, man. He coached that series to the Tito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and then after that, he was on vacation. Then he
Yeah.
gone. Then we had to play Utah. Yeah, done and gone. What done at? Yeah, no, we in Maui now,
Yeah.
baby. But nah, shout out to Don Nelson, man.
Yeah.
He did a lot for me. He gave me an opportunity. He came in and set some boys that was making $12, $15 million. And shoot, at that time I wasn't making number 300,000. And he was like, I'd rather lose with this kid than lose with y'all getting paid millions of dollars. And so that's how I ended up started playing. So I give shout outs to, Don Nelson. Appreciate him for
Shout out to Coach Nelson.
He was
Yeah.
real one too. He put me in my place one time. I was going in there and I tried to tell my son the same thing about always your body language and your pouting
Me
and
too.
all this.
Your hand
Yeah.
movement, all of
Yeah,
that.
all that.
Flailing and shit. Quit doing that, man.
So one day we was in the game or whatever, and he took me out or whatever, and he knew I was mad. He gonna come in there, gonna tell my son. He come over there, all the way over there to me. He gonna say, yeah, I know you got an attitude. What you want me to do? I put a fucking arrow over here and say, hey, look at me, I'm fucking pouting. And from that day on, I was like, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So he challenged me
Yeah.
in ways that helped me out. And I was like, for him to be able to do that when the coach that I came from, it wasn't as bad. So it was easy for me to be like, okay, I just need to do what I need to do.
You know what's so crazy?
man,
I
he
always
was-
tell my son about that body language
Yeah,
for you to speak on
man.
that. That body language shows a lot. You could be quiet and tell everything by your body language.
Yep.
My son, he 11. I tell him he get mad, his face, your hands. So
Yep.
that's real though.
Nah, for real. You gotta
Hell
change your
yeah.
body language.
We're in the second round of playoff basketball. Y'all already know who we rocking with. Prize Picks, the Davey Fantasy app. Prize Picks is here for you to make picks all playoffs long, whether it's points, rebounds, or assists. It's simple. You either pick more or less to give yourself a shot to win up to 2,000 times your money. And y'all already know it's a skill-based game, so it's on you. And like I said earlier, Prize Picks is giving you a chance to win 2,000 times your money. Go get it. On top of that, Prize Picks is giving you a chance to win playoff tickets. With every basketball lineup you play with Prize Picks, you are entered in the Takes Two ticket sweepstakes. You and your plus one can get a VIP trip to go watch the biggest games in basketball this year. So head over to Prize Picks, use the promo code MUD, and you'll get $50 instantly after you play with the first $5 lineup. You don't want to miss out on the chance to cash out with the NBA playoffs. You guys already know what to do. Go to Prize Picks, download the app, and use the promo code MUD. And get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code MUD to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. So being a part of that We Believe team and, you know, the energy in that Oracle Arena, can you explain to the fans how it is now? Because we played in the era where we saw, you know, Steph and, you know, Dre and those guys be, you know.
Come and stay on.
That spot been jumping. So can you tell us about that?
Oh man, I ain't gonna hold you, man. They the best fans in the league. And what I say that is the Oakland fans. Now the new fans that's in, I love y'all, but y'all just don't bring that same type of energy and vibe like it used to be on the Riga. But man, those people used to, like, we was terrible. Like them folk was selling out every night. Like, it was crazy. They sold out every night, man. And that's why, like, we was really trying to win for them. Like, we was really trying to win for them because, man, they some loyal fans. Yeah. I'm talking about loyal fans. Like, I don't even think I can see one time when we was playing bad and they booed us.
Boy.
Yeah, and we used to get towed up, man. We used to get towed up, but they would still be in there. Then that We Believe team, when we played, man, at home, they didn't sit down the whole game. Man, it was shaking in there. You were thinking it was an earthquake outside. Yeah. It was just that loud in there.
And that Oracle used to be really jumping,
man,
though.
So,
really jumping.
Man, they got
really
jumping. It's got that real soul feeling.
Yeah.
In it, man. You could just tell it been there for ages. You could just feel it. It's just different. It was all authentic. You could say it's all authentic.
Really. So
it wasn't, you know, with all the bells and the whistles and all that. It was just authentic. The fans made that arena, not the arena. You get what I'm saying?
Damn right.
And
so
they deserved it though. I'm glad Steph and them was able to give them one though.
Yeah, they kind of like hate me right now. I don't know if I could get a G pass from you. That's why I'm really bringing that up. Yeah. Because Monta, I went out there one day, Monta.
Yeah.
And I was so focused trying to lock Clay down one day, right?
Yeah.
And I walked in between the kids while they were performing. By the time I look back up, I realized, I'm like, yo, the timeout ain't over. You know how the TV timeouts be long than the motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? Those choices be long as hell. I walked out, boom, thinking this about to, that shit didn't do that. I walked through a whole performance.
Man, the kids out there doing anything, he walks through the whole performance. He ain't even know.
Wow.
So I'm asking you for a G pass, man. Get me back straight with them people.
Man, yeah, you know, y'all, Bay Area, man, y'all gonna give my man a pass, man. Bro, good, man. He a good, solid guy, man. He ain't man. Real one. He gonna get a pass.
Dig that, man. Out the mud, man. But no, in all seriousness, though, man, you eventually became Most Improved Player of the Year there. You got accolades there. Eventually signing a 6-year, 60, 70 something $1 million deal, lucrative deal, let's just say. So I always want to know what was your love and support for, you know, that team and just pretty much what that did for your family as a whole from your mission.
Man, it changed my family life still to this day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I done went and played other teams, got other contract, but that contract right there still take care of my family to this day, and them giving me the opportunity when they never seen me work out, they only seen me play on the floor. I'm a 18-year-old high school kid coming out at 154. they taking the biggest risk of their life. Now I'm expendable because it ain't a bigger contract. Like they can write that off on their taxes. But like they took a chance on me, and so I love Golden State. You know what I mean? Like they gave me my opportunity. The way it went down is what really hurt me or affected me. And it's similar to what happened to Luka. I mean, that's what that part of the business that you really don't know nothing about unless you really be a part of it. Or if you just had somebody that was close to you that has been done to. But, I mean, I had my good days there and I had my bad days, but I had more good days than I had bad days. And I'm always going to give them they flowers, they respect, and everything they have done for me and my family. So now, Golden State for always gonna be in my heart.
Yeah.
Dig that.
First one took a chance on you.
Man.
So I feel like about Paul Allen. Rest in peace, Paul Allen in Portland. First one gave me a bankroll, so I'm forever grateful for that.
Man,
So.
Chris Mullin, Pete, Rod Higgins. Man, it's the boy. Then they went to bat for me.
And then you came.
Mitch,
group.
Big Money Mitch. Yeah,
all good guys.
Yeah, man, they went to bat for me. Yep.
So,
and then they wouldn't even they had so much confidence in me to where they wouldn't even send me to the G League. Like where it was the D League back then.
The D League.
It wouldn't even.
D League. G League or the D League right then.
Yeah, back then. But they wouldn't even send me that. They was like, "We rather for you to be right here and soak up all this." So when they told me that, they gave me that opportunity to do that when they could have sent me down there. I cherished that. So that's why I work the way that I work, just so I can show them appreciation for taking a chance and, giving me my opportunity.
And so that's what helped you because your second year, you go from not balling to turning on. So that's what helped you, huh? Like turn up like that. Surroundings, they give you the confidence. So.
And Don Nelson came in with his system.
Hey, Killer, I don't mean to cut you off, but Killer, you had probably one of the fastest adjustments, too, in grasping the league, bro, and guys that coming out of high school. I ain't gonna lie. Like, normally guys take 2-3 years. Like, you instantly caught on, bro. Once whoever it was, I know you was about to get it to Don Nelson in the system, but I do want to applaud that, like, bro, just watching you, like, you caught on quick. Guys like myself, I was still... learning how to, defend pin downs at the time. Whereas in your situation, bro, I ain't gonna lie, you from being out of high school, that was impressive. Coming right in, being part of a system.
No, I appreciate it. But see, that's one that go back to my high school coach too. Man, we had 3.5 practice every day. To where that's why I go back when I say fundamentals. It's the daily vitamins.
Yes.
We worked on those every day. Like every day in practice in those 3 hours, we's going over the same thing every day.
Man, I need
repetition.
My son to hear this shit.
It's the same thing every day, which I try to get my kids to do. Now it's boring to them.
Exactly.
But like I try to
that
get them
shit
to understand.
Not boring. That shit pay off later though.
Yeah, dude, and that's what I try to get them
they
to
don't
understand.
understand
What old hacking ass nigga like myself? I'm telling you, hey, Monta, that shit. I want my son to see this shit.
Nah, for real though. But that's where it goes back to. It goes back to the fundamentals of the game. So my coach was all fundamentals.
And repetition.
That too.
You know what I'm saying?
Like we practice, even in high school, man, we practice on Sundays. We was Monday through Sunday. Like every day we practice. And we practice for 3.5 hours. Then don't let them be mad for some ungodly reason. We might go for 5 or 6 hours. Like, so we did that daily.
Hey.
So that's what fundamentals is so important.
Had them right, hit it all. Build right up. It makes sense because when you get in them systems, look, they was playing small ball, Killer.
Yep.
You gotta remember
they started
the
that
era
small.
he talking about is that small ball era, Killer.
Yep.
That shit was a thing.
Bullshit.
They hunted some motherfuckers too. They was the AFC.
Nah, for real. Nah, we had to, man. Yeah,
Come
we had
on, man.
to, man. We had them too. Man, I'm talking about we was averaging like 120-some points. Like in that run, from them games all we won to at the end, going to the AC, oh man, we was scoring 120 easy.
That shit was unreal. I remember that. I remember that, yeah. It was Jamal Crawford's on that team too, right?
No.
Not yet.
He came after all they broke him up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm finna say, no, that's too much.
Because I left the Knicks then. That's when I had left the Knicks too.
Yeah,
He got traded from. I went to the Clippers. He came out there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile,
So
tell us about we just out the mud, man. We got to, these folks want to hear this shit, man. Tell us about the scooter incident. Because following the big deal, you got that cheese.
got that bankroll.
Got that bankroll, man.
Bankroll.
Yeah, I got
But
that
shortly
bankroll.
after that,
yes, sir.
Almost lost that bankroll, man. But now, man, I've been riding mopeds and stuff all my life. Like, that's what we did. My great-grandparents had 5 acres. So we used to go out there and ride 4-wheelers, that all day. Like, I was, driving on the highway, for about an hour before that accident even happened. Like, I wasn't popping wheelies or doing no crazy stuff like that. I was just going to slow down and turn into the park. Because we about to go in the park or whatever. Wasn't slippery. Ain't had no potholes, nothing. It just lost control and it just fell on my foot. So, yeah, I did that and got in panic mode and
Cause they rightfully so could at that moment say, hey man.
Yeah, they can take it.
How did that like instantly, like, cause I know you was probably like blowed or tweaking, like what's going on, what's gonna happen with my bag. But keep it real, bro. That's something that could have been prevented.
I don't think so. I think
because that's just your everyday living down in the South. That's how y'all rotate, right?
Yeah, but like I said, it wasn't the street wasn't wet. Like, it ain't had no pothole. I wasn't going fast. I was going like 5 miles per hour. I was turning to go into the park. It's like it was meant for it to happen.
Yeah. You hit that little slick.
Yeah. Like I had, man.
Slick area.
Like, it's certain things that I won't talk about on there, but at that time, it was some things that I was, doing that I shouldn't be doing. And it probably was.
Right.
The reason why that did happen. But it was it was definitely a life changer.
Life changer. Okay.
I mean, it definitely made me stronger because it took me like 18 months to get that mother back 100% to where, like, I was in the cast for like 10 months.
Yeah.
So, man, to where it don't give me no problem where I got broke screws and tight ropes and plates and all of it. Man, it's like I said, it just made me stronger.
Yeah.
It made my mission even more doable because I was more and more focused and locked in. Because I wanted to prove everybody wrong. People thought that was the end of my career. And I still went on to play, 10 years after that?
That part.
Right. Great.
Yeah.
That part.
One of the best.
And then I walked away from the game. Like, the game didn't surpass me. I just got, tired of the business part of the basketball.
Yeah, politics.
Yeah.
Definitely understand that for sure.
Yep.
You got a chance to play with Steph.
Yep.
How was that experience? Did you see that he would become the guy who he is today?
No, I didn't, but I knew he worked hard, though. Like, he definitely would pay attention. And the things that I was doing, he paid a whole lot of attention to it. And he put that in his game. Now, when he came around, it was messy. He just came in a messy situation, messy environment. You had teammates who was talking stuff to the owners about what the players were doing at this time, this and this and that. So he came in, it was messy. But did I know he was going to be that? Nah. But he did work hard, though. So now seeing it, not surprised.
No, surprised because of the work ethic.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Steph.
Once you learn, like, even with him, though, he came in small. Once he figured out how to be able to get strong and take physicality, that's when his career changed. When he first came into the league like that, it wasn't like that. So when he got stronger and can take that physicality, and that's when his game took off.
Yeah.
Because that's what, as us as small guards coming into a physical lead or a bigger league, like, that's going to be the main thing. It's getting stronger. Because you won't be able to, if you don't go get stronger, like, you won't be able to sustain that throughout a 82-game season. And y'all, we played it like you have to be on it for you to have a 82-game season to where, like, and you gonna have bang like, you're gonna be banged up and all that, but for you to be able to play a full season, like, nah, you gotta, that's the main thing.
That weight room, that strength. It's a
Nah,
big
for real.
fuck.
And yeah, man, the NBA, y'all need to get back to doing that. Get the freeway back in there, man. Get that Kaiser machines out of there with the back pressure, man.
Kaiser
Yeah, Kaiser machines in there, man.
I hated them. I ain't gonna lie, I stayed doing shit like this.
Man.
Right? I used to ask my trainer, like, what the
But
fuck
see,
is
the crazy
this?
thing is, they good. It's good. It's good for stuff
Bro,
like that.
It's
not-
I never
No,
thought that worked, bro.
For balance.
That's just like the motherfucker with the bands be doing like all this dumb ass
No,
shit, bro.
but for real though, for the
They all right
balance
for
of
you,
it,
though.
the balance of
Yeah,
it
your
is
core.
good for it.
Yeah.
But it's not
Well,
good
let
to
me
be
stop.
talking about for me to talk about bench pressing and doing.
No.
It's not good for that. And that's why they're having all these injuries, man.
Injuries.
These
I knew
major
where you was
injuries,
going
dog.
to.
Every time, man. That's why. Y'all gotta get back in the freeways,
Yeah,
man.
the freeways, huh?
Yeah.
Get them freeways back, bro.
Man, for
Yeah.
real, man. You got to.
You stayed on them freeways for sure.
Man.
Speaking
Like-
of the weights, man, 2011, I think you averaged like 24 points. You was first in minutes, third in steals. Did it upset you didn't make an all-star team that year?
Oh, man, it upset me. Shoot. Every chance I had the opportunity to make it, didn't make it. It upset me. But that's one reason why when it got to that 12th year, man, it was like, you know what? I'd have fought the good old fight. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate everything the league had done for me and my family. And still do for me and my family with my benefits and all that we get. But I was, for a while, you know, upset that I felt like I could at least got one of them. And the thing about the reason why the NBA All-Star game is the way it is now, man, because man, you gotta get some new fresh faces of opportunity, man. And it's no knock to the ones that make it 15, 16 times, but it's other players that go back home and they go work on their game and come back and have a good season and don't get that opportunity. That's not fair.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, like, even at the time when I was coming through there, the Tony Parkers and the Ginobili's making All-Star, but they numbers are still the same every year. And because they got Tim Duncan Hall of Fame and they winning, like, they automatically gets off an All-Star. All-Star where I'm from is all about the stats. It ain't have nothing to do with all the other stuff. Now, if we ain't gonna go by stats, now we should call it a popularity contest. That's what it's gonna come back down to.
Bro.
Yeah,
Same
because
thing.
the media, they get to pick who they want in there. It's gonna be the ones who will sit down and get in the interview and get all the things they want. And I never thought that was fair.
Yeah.
But, you know, like I said, it is what it is. One thing I always told myself, and I tell my son this all the time, as long as my peers know, that's all that matters.
And we
I'm one of them. I'm one of them.
I'm two of them.
I'm
That's
telling
all
you.
We
that's
definitely
all
know you
that
an
matters,
all-star.
man.
That's why
sure.
that's why we
Definitely
wanted
out
to.
the mud.
Yeah,
Give
you're
you
right.
flowers.
Right.
For sure.
All-star, one of the best to ever do it for sure.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah,
man.
mid-range game. What you think about today's game, bro?
Man, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
Like,
No more mid-range. You know, your mid-range was deadly. You know, he had that motherfucker. Your
man,
mid-range.
but the crazy thing is, man, it's like you playing one-on-one defense. Like, it's like you get the ball and everybody else just stay out and they just had the lane wide open and you got to go at that man. Like, it wasn't never like, bro, we had X out. Like, you had to, you know, push that. Like, you had
But
to.
you know
be
what it
down.
is, though, right?
What?
Because the big on the pick and roll is in drop the whole time.
They switch.
Or they switch.
Yes.
That's it. That's the main thing. They gonna switch.
You see what I'm saying?
Like, it and boy, there's no way you could. Boy, I
Switch
played
on
in the
you?
league, man. Talking about switching a big or 7-foot dude on me. Talking about playing
I see what
basketball.
you was cooking
Yeah.
up,
Man, come on, man. No.
You know,
And that
back then
drop
we
coverage.
play, it's head, we hedging high.
Man, I'm
or
talking
we,
about
we
you
parallel,
ain't no more of that.
getting back,
Hey,
till we
ain't no
get back
more
to the
heads.
big.
Bruh, like I tell my
Ain't
boys,
that
like
switching?
even my bigs, like nose on the ball. Like when you defending the screen, nose on the ball. Like you have to be the guard. You got to chase over.
Yes, you
all
gotta get
that
over.
talking about going under and all that. We ain't doing
No,
that.
we ain't, no,
you
yeah.
got to
You
chase
gotta
over.
chase more.
Yes.
That bottom man, you better be over. Next
'Cause
time,
we
man,
all
you better
tied
drop.
together.
Everybody
Yeah,
tied
extra
together.
up out of
Everybody tied
that.
together.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, man, the gap defense, they don't play gap at all no more. It used to be one time you got to have both 1 foot in the paint,
That's
1
right.
foot out the paint. Nah, it ain't that no more. It's just, it's on you, man. You gotta stop.
Yeah.
They be over there with their hand on their knees and junk, just watching the dude. So man, it definitely lost the touch, man.
Yeah.
And it ain't like they always say we be hating. But like I say, the AAU circuit have messed up basketball because it's all about the oohs, the ahs. Like I told my kids this past weekend, I say, y'all play basketball for what it brings. Like the money, the cars, the girls, and all that. That's why y'all play the game. Like y'all gonna lose every time with that mentality. Because you're not working towards something meaningful. All that you can go get that doing any other job.
That's right.
In order for you to get to that next level of anything that you do, I don't care if it's a lawyer, doctor, you could be a janitor. If you don't love what you're doing or enjoy what you're doing, you're not gonna get better at it. Because one thing about, I don't care who you are, you can't do nothing while you're frustrated. You can't think straight while you're frustrated. No one can. I don't care who it is. No one can. Like no one.
Yeah.
So you gotta be mental. I tell them this. Basketball is 90% mental.
It is.
10% come from all the skills and the development,
Everything
IQ
else.
and all that.
It's definitely mental.
Because the days that you go in there, you don't want to do it, you got to be mentally strong to get through it. The days when the ball not going in at that time, and you miss your 15, you be like, man, should I take this 16th one?
No, you gotta have that.
Yeah.
You gotta have that other
Hey,
energy.
I'm telling you,
this
the
motherfucker going up.
mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
the
gonna
mentality.
fuck
I
you
tell
shooting
them
it
all
like
day,
Tony
I said, if I
Allen.
miss 100, that
Shoot
100,
that
that 101
motherfucker.
gonna go up like I just hit 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the mentality.
Nah, and that's what it is though. Like,
Yeah.
so, yeah, man.
Man, it's definitely a lot of, like I said, it's the fundamentals for me. I think, in the game, the fundamentals is very high. But like you said, it's a lot of things they are missing. You know what I mean? It ain't the grit on there. Like you said, you taking the bump. Your heart, you coming in the paint, you looking for the contact.
Man, like I told,
So-
like even, like, if you're on a circuit team or EYBL team or whatever it is, it's very rare that you got a club that have a facility to where they can practice 4 or 5 days a week. It's very rare. Now, we get all the good kids in the area, put them on one team. We either gonna have one practice or we gonna have a get together. And the get together is we're gonna meet up at the gym, get some shots around, talk, and then we finna go play. That's it. So where do you learn the skills and the development? Like where is it? Like where are you getting it? You're not. So now once we leave from there, now you gotta go to school ball. School ball is more organized. Now you're struggling with that. Because when you're in the summertime, people don't understand. Summertime is when you get better. It's not,
Right.
it's not when the season start that, when it's time for us to go back to school ball and go. No, it starts in the summer. That's when you get better. That's why I say with the whole AAU and the kids traveling, doing all that, it's so many kids that's missing all of these things because they're doing all the traveling. Like it's just watered down, man.
That's interesting, bro. You
Not for real.
You keep in tune with the youth. I'm telling you, my son will be watching this episode. There's a lot of jewels you dropping for the youth.
Not for real, man.
There you go, front.
Man, I've been doing this for 8 years, and I tell people this all the time. I do it for the kids. And when I'm doing this as a kid, I'm the mentor. I'm a father to some of them. I'm a spiritual guidance for them. Like, it's a lot of things, therapy, a lot of hats that I wear with this right here, and I take it proudly. And it's all because of the kids, because I didn't have that. I ain't had no one to come back and show me to this and do that.
See nobody.
Like, take the time out, especially at my level, being in the league, we didn't have that. So I'm coming back, like you said, I'm giving you the test. I'm giving you the test. I done did all the right and I done did the wrong. I'm giving you the test. It's on you to take it.
Yeah.
Like,
Real
I
shit.
love this. I love basketball.
Yeah.
Even when I correct kids with all that flashing, like, that's disrespect. What I mean by disrespectful to the game is disrespectful to the game because it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like, you acting like you never done it before. Once a kid that scored a basketball and they celebrating, you never done it before.
Yeah.
That's why you're so excited. Like, I don't get it. It's
Real
just
shit,
a
though.
bucket. Like I tell people, like, man, why you ain't dunked that? Because a layup count for 2 points the same way as a dunk do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Me, I broke it down to a science when it comes to this basketball. When they talking about with these kids and all that, I break it all the way down to a science because there's steps to it.
Yeah.
We ain't cutting no corners.
And let's mention, because you really is involved. You know, your family man, you got your son, he's 16, he plays, and also let the people know you got a gym around here. Like you are really involved with these kids and you know, this basketball thing.
Yeah, I got Ellis Elite Academy in Capel, Texas.
Yeah.
So it's probably like 15 minutes from here where we at right now.
Yeah.
And I go from all the way from 3 all the way up to semi-pro.
Word.
Like, and shoot, we in the gym.
Yeah.
We in the gym 7 days a week if we ain't got nothing to do on Saturdays and Sunday.
Yeah.
So we in there. I preach that proudly. I got my academy where my classes start at 5:30 to 8:30 Monday through Thursday. And
Well, I know I'll definitely around here. I have my son right with you because I know
bring
you
him on
teach
this
him
summer,
the right
man.
way, man.
Bring him on this summer, man.
For
Got
sure.
a hotel right in front of the facility, right in front
Bring
of
him down, get some of that work in.
Yeah,
for sure.
come on,
That
man.
Good basketball
I
knowledge.
love doing this. I love giving back to the kids. That's it's my calling.
Yeah.
To give back as much as I could back to this game.
Word.
And I told people this when I was in Indiana, that the NBA was gonna be all European players and light-skinned boy with no tattoos in the next 10 to 15 years. I only been out of the league going on the 9th year.
Man.
Look, we just had the lowest interest in
NBA draft
history.
Yeah.
And then the NIL's got something to do with that too.
Yo, what's good? It's time for some picks with the grandfather. You guys already know what to do. Head over to Prize Picks, download the app, and use promo code MUD. You get $50 instant if you play with as little as $5 with your first lineup. You have a shot to win up to 2,000 times your money. But remember now, this is a skill-based game. Now let's get to my picks. We got Game 2, Warriors and the Timberwolves. I know Steph is out, so I'm taking Jimmy Butler. More in points, he got to get it done. I'm also take Anthony Edwards for a bounce-back game. I take Anthony Edwards. More in points. Now let's head over to the other series in the Western Conference. Denver Nuggets and OKC, an easy one. Hands down, shape, more points. Another obvious, Nikola Jokic, the Joker, more points. Now let's head over to the Eastern Conference where we got the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Indiana Pacers. This is an easy one for me. You know, Donovan Mitchell been doing all that scoring. He's going to have to continue scoring more in points. He's going to have to keep carrying that scoring load. Heading over to the other series, Celtics and Knicks, I'm going more in points with Tatum. Let's get it. Now, those are my picks. Make sure you head over to Prize Weeks, download the app, use promo code MUD. Now let's get back to the episode.
How you feel?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm
Speaking
getting
on that, how you
4
feel about that, though?
What,
How you
NIL?
feel about that NIL, bro?
I mean, it's good and it's bad. And that's with anything. Like it's like even with social media. Social media be good until people start using it for it to be bad.
Okay.
So it's the same thing with that. But what it's creating though, no work ethic.
Damn.
Now what it's creating is what we call back when we was coming up back in, it's some busters. And the reason why I say that is, I'm gonna break that down to you. Reason why I say it is buster.
It's some buster activity, buster moves.
And the reason why I say and the reason why I say that is because now they just following the money. Like I tell people all the time, if money move you, I gotta get away from it.
Straight up.
Like I gotta get away from it. And that's all it is. That's transfer portal. Look, it's then what? 7,000 kids in the transfer portal. Like, come on.
Get a boatload of them.
That's what I'm saying, man.
It's a business.
Like, come on, man.
It's a business.
Like, so that's what I mean by there's no loyalty. Like, it's no commitment. Like, it's no work ethic. Like, if I get $4 million, if let's just say they know they going to the second round, right? They getting $4 million in NIL. Second round in the league, making $2 million? Like,
shit, I ain't familiar with it
that's what
at
I'm
all.
saying.
Yeah.
But just it's about 2 million now. Cause shoot, when I came, it was 300.
He like
320. They would kill me.
It take the fight away.
Yeah. But that's what it is now. So who you think I'm gonna leave the 4 million here to go over here and take the 2, and then I got more demands than I got over here? All I gotta do is just go to class and don't mess up. Over here, shoot, you got a lot. There's a lot on this side.
See, that's why I don't like it, bro.
This world over here, this world is totally different from this world.
I don't like it, bro. That's why I say, matter of fact, I ain't gonna say I don't like it. I'm just saying it should be incentive based.
Yeah.
If I give you this bread, I'm expecting you at least to average over 5 rebounds.
Man, that's cool.
I'm at least average, you're gonna have to average at least over 10, 12, 13 points.
Yep.
Come on now.
The biggest thing is the commitment, though.
And I'm gonna need you to be durable, and I'm gonna need you to make these individual workouts on time.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna treat this shit like the real league. Your ass get a pink slip in your seat. You ain't in these workouts on like you gotta incentive base, you gotta keep these kids hungry. That's why I say that, bro.
Hey, nah, for real though, you're not right about that, because it should make them commit. Like it should be a better commitment. But I'm telling you, these young boys, they lucky they ain't have David Stern as a commissioner.
Straight up G money. I ain't gonna lie.
No bullshit.
Boy, they lucky they didn't have him,
man. The motherfucking they call him David Stern,
man. Boy. Shit.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, some of them boys would be straightened up real quick. Yeah, he gonna make it. He makes examples. Yeah, I'm gonna make an example out of you. Yeah, you the first one did it. Yep, you gonna be the first one that I'm finna say you ain't finna do it no more. Yeah, nah, for real, cause shoot, these little boys, man, they be wilding, man. Yeah. But the NIL it's good and it's bad though.
It's good things to it, bad things for sure.
But it's good money for some of these kids.
Yeah. That's why I say it's a good thing.
They ain't gonna get
it's a good thing, but it also it like pretty much you done set your dreams, your goals and everything is stop right there. It don't go beyond that. Like I ain't trying to get to the NBA no more. I was trying to get to the NBA because I can make money. Now that I can make money in college, I don't really need this. So that's basically what it is. The numbers tell it. Yeah. The numbers tell it. The numbers tell it.
I mean, for some of the guys that's on the borderline, right?
Yeah.
Go back to college because, like you said, the ones that know they gonna be that, they gonna be that anyway.
Man, for real.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Killer, you played for the Bucks and the Mavericks and the Pacers, right? 2 of your teammates, I ain't gonna lie, at one point was my favorite players of the league at one point.
Yeah.
Nowinski and Paul George. Can you give us, some similarities that those, guys had when you played with them?
Well, Dirk, man, I'm gonna say, man, he different.
Yeah.
Like, when I say he different, I wish I would have had Dirk early on in my career.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because the things that he was doing, like, was incredible. Like, I was like his routine that he had daily, I was like, man, I see why he like that.
Yeah, what, as far as training or as far as his
everything,
skill development
like,
work?
Even how he took care of his body. Like, he wasn't never one of those players that really said nothing unless he really wanted to say something. Like, if you made him mad, if he was frustrated, then he would say something. Other than that, he would just go out there and just show it. But the work that he put off the court was crazy. The way he handled himself off the court and on the court was mind-blowing. But it also had me thinking, like, that's what a legend is. Like, you seen it. And he earned every bit of it. And PG, I got PG for a couple years. PG played extremely hard on both ends. Work hard, understand the game.
What I remember.
He took his growing, like his growing pains like a G, because that leg injury was a different animal. And for him to be able to get through that, I mean, it was amazing. But you seen his work ethic though. Like, he had a great work ethic. I think at that time when I got there, his time in Indiana was
Ready to go.
Yeah, because they wanted. That's
He's
when they
ready to
wanted
go.
to play. That's when they wanted to play the small ball. So they wanted him to play the 4.
Yeah.
So he wasn't with that.
Yeah.
So like he worked hard,
Yeah.
man. He everything that he got, like he deserved it. He deserved it.
Shout out to PG.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah,
Good
for
guy,
real.
a lot,
man.
they
One of the
say a
good
lot
guys.
of the kids in the AAU mimic their game after him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I know you had got to play with him,
Yeah,
so just
nah,
see how he
Like he
become.
can handle the ball. He can shoot the ball, all that. He worked, and every year you could tell that he worked on his game. He got better and better, even when there was like he couldn't pass the ball as good as like that. But he worked on that. So one thing about it, man, if you see anybody that improving their game, you can tell they working.
Respect
You
it.
can't do nothing but respect that.
Mhm.
Like I tell you, you can't hide work. So he definitely was a hard worker. And we used to fish a lot too. So,
Yeah.
that's how,
You
good
know-
thing right there.
Man, you know what I wanted to ask you too, bro? What was it? Because I know my first time I got traded, I was shitty. I just seen it around. What was your first? Did you know it was coming? Tell me your reaction and how you felt when you first got traded from Golden State.
Man, I was pissed. And not only that, because like I said, it was a lot of behind the door stuff that was going on with, I ain't gonna even get this teammate up no type of, recognition or whatnot, but he was going back throwing rocks and hiding his hand. And when he was doing that, I was like, it's time for me to go, because, he was different. And so through that whole process, through the summer, I'm asking them, I want to get out because I can't play with this dude. And that's when they hired Mark Jackson, and he brung on Mike Malone and all that. And they came down to meet me in Memphis for 3 hours. We sat down, and they talked me out of, asking for the trade or whatever. They told me they'll take care of him. They ain't got to worry about it, because they know we had Steph and all them coming. So they were like, we'll worry with him. You ain't got to worry about that. And so, like I said, I love the Bay Area. I ain't want to go nowhere. Know what I mean? But it's certain things I could deal with, certain things I can't deal with. And throwing rocks and hide your hand, that's one thing that I can't
Straight up.
deal with. And so when we talking, we was on a little old run. We had like 2 games out of the AC. We was gelling. We was working. And I was in Sacramento and trade deadline. So I'm in the hotel, because I'm in there like, damn, I don't know what finna happen. So we get on the phone. They were like, we ain't trading you. We was like, we got like 2 games out of the AC. I don't know how many games we had, like 20 something or whatever. And they were like, we just gonna ride it out. So I'm like, cool. Like we gelling right now. So I ain't even tripping.
You like, I ain't going nowhere.
Man, I'm like, cool. I ain't want to go nowhere
I
anyway.
ain't going nowhere.
But shit, from the time I got from off that phone call and hung up for them, shit, going down to the bus and ride to the arena, bro, they done traded me already. So the crazy thing is,
It's
now,
been
hold on.
months.
They ain't told, hold on, bro. They ain't told me nor my agent. Man, I get in the what's the name? Dominic McGuire. He say,
McGuire.
bro, they just traded you. I said, nah, bro, they ain't traded me. I said, bro, I just
Tell me
got the
where you
phone
was
with-
coming from?
We was getting I left from the hotel to go into the game. We playing sack.
Oh, y'all on the bus.
Yeah, I'm going on to the bus I just left up out the hotel. Getting on I just on the phone over them, leaving out of the hotel room, closing to go to the game.
Right.
So by the time I closed that door, got on the bus, headed to the game, they had traded me. They ain't
Damn.
told me. So Dominic McGuire was like, bro, they trade. I said, bro, nah, they ain't trade me. He said, bro, it just came on ESPN. He said, look, turned around, bro, came at the bottom of the screen. Then Mark Jackson going to come in there and tell me, can I talk to you? I said, man, you ain't got nothing to say to me, man. I can see it right here.
Wait a minute, damn, killer.
Dang.
And that's how I got traded out of Golden State.
I'm
So, yeah, I
glad
was
you
pissed.
explained
That
that,
was-
too,
that was-
bro.
That messed me up though.
No, that's
I
the
gave
business,
I
bro.
gave that city everything throughout.
Word.
Even the bull crap, even with my leg and all that, for me to be able to put my body through the things that I put my body through to get myself back right, and for that owner to come in and do it like that, that was weak.
Yeah, straight up. Hell
So
yeah,
I
that was
I
weak.
was salty about that for a
Yeah,
while.
it was weak.
And it wasn't until I got to Dallas until I really got back to playing basketball.
No, I mean, that's definitely understandable. That's how I
Yeah.
first got traded. You don't
Yeah,
want
the
to,
motherf-
when you there
yeah.
for a period of time and get that love, you don't want to,
Man, nah. So they
Yeah.
did it like that. But
man,
it is what it is.
it is what it is. It just make you realize, like you said, it's a business. It's a
Oh,
business,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So
Part of it,
that's
man.
how it was when my first time I got traded. Everybody got this story, though.
They told me what don't make, hey,
But I ain't gonna lie, though. With
What
you and
don't
Steph,
kill you
though,
make you
bro,
stronger, man.
with him and Steph in that backcourt, if you would have stayed and Steph come to his own, it's scary.
yeah, I mean,
No, that shit would
That
have
would've been
been
scary,
That
though.
would have been amazing.
yeah,
No,
I
for
mean,
real.
it could have, like, we never knew that Steph was gonna be this because
Yeah.
Steph had ankle problems real bad. Like,
Yeah, he
so
did.
we never knew.
Man, I
like,
forget about this
Yeah.
shit. That's
yeah,
crazy.
we would be in the game, man. He'll pull up in the game because his ankle done came out. So we didn't know what it was. And like I said, man, it had got so messy between the front office and all that, and then the player that was doing the BS, man. It was just, guess it was
Yeah.
just destined to do.
Yeah. Sky's
Yeah.
playing, though. It worked
Yeah.
out well for you.
Yeah, man. I ain't like I said.
So,
I played 12 years
Yeah.
in the league, man. Straight out of high school, Jackson, Mississippi.
Jacktown.
You
I
did
can't.
that.
I can't.
Real
Meanwhile,
city.
Hey, but you ain't
Real
you
guys.
ain't never retired, bro. You ain't never officially
Bruh,
retired.
I left.
And you
it.
looking like you could still
Listen,
play
bro.
this shit, bro.
Listen, bro. I just left the game, man. Like
Yeah.
the love wasn't there no more. Like once I fell out of love with it like that, it wasn't there no more. So my love go back to the kids. So
Mhm.
everything, like, yeah, I move around with the kids, I play around with the kids, but like that joy, that love, it was gone,
Yeah.
man. It was gone. I
Mm.
left it. I ain't even talking about turning over retirement paper, none of that, man.
Right.
Y'all can have it, man.
Yeah.
Thank God bless
Man,
I'm
looking
good
back,
shit,
though.
man.
Hey, bro, looking back.
Real killer, man.
Looking back, bro, you
Yeah,
know he
man.
used to be with Ann one too.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was with
and she
Ann.
right
Sure
there.
did.
I had,
was like,
I had
yeah.
4 signature shoes
Yeah,
with
he
N
did.
one.
Sure
I
did.
ain't get the marketing like that,
yeah.
man, and all that. I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't for me.
He said what for me.
Yeah, cause I ain't, bro. I don't. Hey, man, I just like to go do my job and get on up out of there.
Right.
You know what I mean? All the other accolades and everything, come with it. I was just always that kid that was always in my own lane and my shit. I never played basketball to be this person right here, do this. It was an opportunity that I seized, that I seen that could make my family better, and I took it. That's all it was. So when all that other stuff came with it, man, I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. I don't know nothing about all this. Like, man, I just want to play basketball.
Right,
That's
exactly.
it, man. That's it. I just want to play
If they
basketball.
don't
I
know
don't want,
nothing else.
yeah, it won't nothing else. You bring it to me and do
Yeah.
this and we can make it work out, let's do it. Other than that, I can't do that one though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it could have been bigger than what it was. It just, like, I just never looked at it like that. I just looked at it, me just playing the game that I love and I could change my family life. So I took it as far as the game was gonna take me.
And we only
Real
we talked
shit.
about that because we spoke about getting Rayford Austin on the podcast and it came up in your bio that
Yeah.
you know you eventually signed with them, but transitioned to signing with Jordan, correct?
Yeah.
How did that even transpire?
Man, my man Reggie. Shout out to Reggie. And sending prayers your way, brother. But Reggie, talked with him, he was close to my agent. And we built a relationship and he ended up seeing me all the combination I put when I was with the Warriors. And then he was like, I like that. And then he ended up talking to him. I ended up getting the deal.
Jordan brand
Yep.
deal.
Jordan deal.
Yep.
Motherfucker wanted that Jordan
Yeah,
brand. I don't
man.
care what
What?
year you came
Boy,
in.
give
You wanted
you
some
everything.
Jordan
That's why I
action.
tell some of these kids, man. Hey, I tell these kids, man,
You want some Jordan.
y'all want all these other shit. I was like, man, all the thing I wanted was Jordan.
Oh, there you
Like,
go.
to
For
this
sure.
day.
What? He wants some
For
Hey,
J's.
man, to this day, that's all I'm wearing is J's. I'm talking about
Straight.
every day I'm getting on some J's.
Straight
That's
up.
funny, bro.
Nah, for real.
I ain't gonna lie. When we was talking about them J's, one thing for sure, too, was certain. Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I dropped out of school because I couldn't wear no J's, bro. You hear me? You hear me? That's what I'm trying to tell you. The effect we always talk about what order you got. You know, you probably got Kobe.
Yeah.
You know, you probably got Bron. Yeah. But see, what I'm finna remix it at is, I'm finna ask you, give me your top 5 Mississippi players.
Top 5 Mississippi players?
Yes,
Ooh-wee.
indeed, man. Yes, indeed.
Man, that's tough.
Dogs out
No,
of
it
this.
ain't no tough.
It's a
What
lot
you
of
mean
dogs. It's a
tough,
lot
man?
of
You been
dogs
real
out of this.
fluent.
Yeah,
You been
that's-
real fluent this whole time.
Yeah,
lot of dogs
I mean,
out
it's
there
a lot. It's a
Come
lot. It's a
on
lot
now,
that
man.
came through the
A
sip,
lot of
though.
dogs out
Hold
there.
That's
on
what
now.
I'm saying. We're gonna miss out on some people, man. And it.
We need to hear it, Monte.
All right, man.
Yeah, it's
All
top
right,
5 for sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna say me, Chris Jackson.
Ooh, shout out Mahmoud.
Shout out Chris. Ooh-wee.
Mo Williams.
Shout out to my boy Mo.
Hold on, wait a minute. So time out. Let's run it back.
Uh-huh.
Mahmoud,
Yep.
Mo Williams.
Yep.
Yeah.
You put yourself on there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hell
All
yeah.
right, that's 3. All right.
Then
That's
you
a
got
little ass backcourt. All right, come on.
yeah.
Come on.
You got Al Jefferson.
Gotta
We
put
throwing Big Al on
Gotta
there.
shout
Shout
out
out Big
Big
Al,
Al.
man.
Gotta put Big Al on
I
there.
gotta throw
Gotta
Big
throw
Al
Al
out
on
there. And then my last one, man, it can go to a lot of people, man. Man, that's
You know, a lot of
Yeah,
people
yeah,
fumble
that-
on these.
yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
bro.
We had a few
I had a
guys
hard
that be a
time.
fumble, man. I had a hard
Man,
time.
that is, man.
Yeah.
But
Hell yeah. Book from the sip.
Oh,
nah, he from little small town Louisiana, right over there by Biloxi a little
Yeah.
bit.
No, hell yeah, he is from Louisiana.
Yeah.
Nah, he from Louisiana.
Yeah, he right there on that.
No, he from
right there.
Gulfport. He from Mississippi.
Nah, he on that. He on
Oh, he
that
on the
what's
border.
the name? You know,
He
I
like,
know.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
border. That
Yeah,
shit
it's
don't
on that.
count.
It's I mean, we want to count it. He can count. Ain't nothing against him.
Yeah, but you
But
like,
he won't be in my top 5.
Yeah.
But man, my man. If I gotta give me another big,
So wait a
nah,
minute, wait a minute.
just get the top. We ain't going no position.
No, we ain't
Just
we ain't-
top 5.
This
We
ain't
ain't
small
matching up.
ball. Throw it in the post. This just your 5.
Yo, 5.
Give me your 5.
So
Dog.
then I give my last one. Y'all probably ain't gonna know him.
The world about to know.
I get a last spot. Dang, I can't do that. No. Nah, I can't
So
do that.
wait a minute. So
Hey, man, I'm
I'ma
gonna go.
help
Shout out No Bull Jive, man.
You got some dogs coming out of there.
I'm gonna
that
go
shit,
rest in
man.
peace. I'm gonna go with Jay Reed, the last one.
Shout rest in peace, my boy Jay Reed.
I'm gonna go with
man.
Jay Reed on the last
Jay
one.
Reed was a beast.
Rest in peace, man.
Yeah,
My
I can't,
boy, rest in peace, Jay Reed.
I can't go wrong with that. I'm gonna
Rest
go with
in
Jay
peace,
Reed on that.
man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
He
with
got
Jay
some kids
Reed on
out
that.
there got a lot of talent too, man.
Yeah.
In the game, work
Nah,
hard.
for real.
You
Nah,
know,
I'm gonna go with Jay Reed. Jay Reed was a beast.
man, I got a lot of boys. You could
I
have
like that.
got Damn, Darius Rice. You got a lot of guys.
Yeah, I know
Came
that
out
what
there
I'm
Stella
saying.
Harrison.
Othello,
It's a lot of them, man.
Witherspoon,
Clint
Lindsey
Rand,
Hunter.
Lindsey.
Yeah, man.
Travis Outlaw.
T. Shout out my
it's a
boy
lot
T.
of
Outlaw,
'em,
man.
It's a lot
You
of
played
them.
with T. Outlaw.
Yeah.
Jonathan Bender.
JB.
It's a lot of 'em,
Bender.
man. It's
Hey,
a lot of them.
Got a lot of
Tay,
boys
listen.
come out there
Hold on.
sip though.
Hold on, Tay.
Nah, for
Y'all
real.
got
Energy.
Tay, y'all got some guys.
Antonio McDyson.
Hey,
was
talk
doing
about
that.
that.
Yeah.
Got about that.
Yeah.
got some guys, homie.
Nah, for real. You
I ain't
got
gonna lie, we
Hollywood,
might have to
James
start break-
Robinson.
Yeah.
Shit,
I forgot. Y'all got some guys.
Ryan. Got Ryan Lockridge.
Yeah. Y'all got some
Man,
guys.
shoot. Yeah, we had a bunch of them, man.
I
Yeah.
done opened
I
up a
mean, I
can
can't,
of
you
worms.
know, I ain't want to
Out
miss
the
nobody,
mud.
but
Yeah.
man, we had
Got
a lot of them,
them
man.
for sure.
Mississippi, man. We used to have them
Sure.
runs back in the day when I was coming up, man. That what made you better. You know, them pickup runs, and then you go to practice and put it all together once you get the fundamentals. But yeah, man.
Before we get out of here, man, I just want you to explain, to everybody, you know what I'm saying, what the academy, break down how they can come sign up, break down, you know what I'm saying, what's the the focus as before you even get there,
Yep.
what's the mindset when you get there, and
Yep.
what you accomplish leaving this academy that you run in Dallas.
All right, so you can go to Ellis Elite, BA.com. You can go to Ellis Elite Basketball on Instagram. And basically what we do is, like I've been saying from day one, skills and development. So we break it all the way down from the bottom and build your way all the way to the top. We build character, mental toughness, discipline, because you're going to come in like I'm all about that respect. You're gonna get that. You're going to earn that. And basically, man, I just tell parents, when you bring your kid, this is a process. So don't think it's just gonna happen overnight. Like, you gotta continue to bring them in. And when you got a situation where you taking your kid to a organization or somebody who train and you see them getting better, then you're in the right spot. But if you taking your kid somewhere and you don't see them getting better, no progress, it's time for you to move on. But the main focus is, though, you have to trust the process, because it's a long process. I tell these people all the time, members, when I was 21, when I got my first contract, that's when I got blessed. So for those from the age of 5 until I was 21, that's 16 years. It took me 16 years to get my blessings and what I worked hard for. So it's a long process, and it's some blood, sweat, and tears. And the main thing about all that, with all the being said, you're going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to sacrifice something. Yeah, you can't.
Got to.
You can't go to the next level if you don't sacrifice something. Because you got to put in the work. You got to put it in. So that's why our main thing is skills and development, building character, respect, hold yourself accountable. Like I do all those things, and it's basically I put it in that form because those are of life skills, basic life skills outside of sports, because you're gonna need that whatever you want to do. So that's our main thing.
Yeah, that makes sense, and no other like I've been saying, and you could probably implement this to your academy. Bro, I got the answers to the test. TA told me.
I've been trying to tell him, man. I've been trying to tell him.
If it's any way I could ever be a assistant or even bring my son down here, bro, I'm definitely looking forward to doing that, man.
Man, bring him down, man.
I'm so, man,
I got
I'm
like
excited,
10 camps.
bro. Yeah.
I got 10 camps that I'm doing this summer. They all up on the website. They on the Instagram page. So yeah, you go follow us on there. Yeah. And yeah, man, bring them down, man.
No,
definitely bring my boys down here.
We do girls too. Yeah. So it ain't just
for the viewers to know.
Yeah, do girls. So we do girls all ages. Man, we do a lot. I'm about to start the volleyball part of it. So the recovery part, I'm very strict on the recovery, because I think that's the main part of longevity for you to have a long career.
Recovery is important.
Yes, sir. And I think that covered everything.
Sure.
Yeah. I even got a little mini basketball hoops. Yeah. The Fisher Price goals.
For the top.
I got those. Yeah, I got those too. So we always, man, we touching it all the way down. And then I'm gonna try to get to this summer. It's gonna be my first trial of trying to do pro workouts here, getting pre-draft workouts before the guys get ready for draft. So we're gonna see how they're gonna go this summer. But man, we touching all areas, man.
But man, you need to show them a lot of film, because man, you was one of the best to ever do it. Angles, that midi, and that hard. So man, out the mud for sure.
I tell kids, man, you gotta attack them angles, man. Once you figure out them angles, you tough, man.
That's what I tell them.
You
angles.
Tough. Yeah, you got to.
You gotta see them angles.
Nah, man. I appreciate y'all guys for having me on, man. It's definitely a pleasure. Like I said, man, y'all helped me be the person who I am, playing the game the way I play the game, and because I had to get stronger. And with y'all mentality and how y'all played the game, it made me have to step my game up, because we battled, boy. When it came to the Memphis and Golden State, boy, like we battled, man. Then me coming back home, where we're close to Jackson, and then, my wife being from Memphis and having family there, like them game was always hype and cool. So, man, I appreciate y'all, man.
Come on, man. Appreciate you.
It come full circle, bro. You see what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, bro. You don't know.
Been my guy.
I watched your ass like I watch a Kobe, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
You had to get your rest when bro came in. Nigga knew what he's on.
And we had a video guy. He a coach now. Big
Yeah.
time Jay Marsh. You know
Shout
Jay
out to
Marsh.
Jay March, man.
Hey, Jay Marsh, I used to be like, yo, who I got? Yo, we got that Monta Ellis kid. Yo, he's been tearing ass.
No, man.
Hey,
Hey, it's the same way though, man. Like, man, I had to see who I was going up against too, though. Like, so it's the same. You know, they give us our scout report, who's
Yeah.
gonna be here. So you knew who was going. So I had to do the same thing. I had to prepare myself. Like,
They
extra,
like, T.A. finna
you
be
know.
hacking like a
Oh, yeah.
motherfucker.
Hey, one thing about it,
What they
hey,
say, cuz?
one thing about it, I had my pads on, so I'm ready for the war. Hey, I had my armors on for my real protector. Hey, I'm ready for the war. Oh, my face, my pads on, man. I wasn't tripping. That's why I say, that's why some people like, man, you ain't say nothing on court, man. I ain't had to say nothing on
He
court,
say
man.
nothing.
Man, the basketball gonna speak for itself,
Exactly.
man. That's it, man. I ain't got nothing else to do. That
Niggas-
hitting, oh yeah, I'm padded up for all that. I'm taking this like a G. They over there trying to run me off screen. Why he ain't wearing down, man? I got the pads right here.
Kept coming.
Man,
Ain't
what?
no bullshit.
Hey, man, couldn't, man. But
For
yeah,
sure.
man. Nah, that was a good day, man. I sure appreciate it, though, man.
Well, man, we appreciate you too, man, once again, man. So, since you one of the cats that actually identify out the mud from our standards, me and Mac Bo, bro, we got something for you, bro.
Man,
so I love to
appreciate
get
that
this
out
to
the
you.
mud, man.
Out the
Appreciate
mud.
it.
Oh, shit, oh, man. Nah, man,
Yeah,
appreciate
appreciate
it,
you,
man.
bro.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Nah, for sure, man. All day, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it, baby. Nah, man,
Yeah, for
appreciate
sure.
y'all, man. Straight out the mud, man. Y'all
Yeah,
go
out the
check them
mud.
out,
You
man.
did?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, man. We appreciate you,
One and
Grace.
only, baby.
Yeah,
And
you
one on
did.
one.
Man,
Yes, sir.
Jacktown finest, you know?
All day long, man. Thank y'all.
So
man. I
out the
really
mud,
appreciate it,
man.
man.
But there you have it, man. Monta Ellis, man, one of the best that ever do it out of high school, man, came and blessed out the mud, man. And Zebo, man, how you
Yeah.
feeling today, man? How you
Man,
like this episode,
I
man?
appreciate it, man. Grace us with your presence. You ain't been doing a lot of podcasts. You one of the guys,
That's a
man. We appreciate you, man. It's one of the best ones you ever do it. Appreciate you, brother.
Nah, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you. You
Yo.
sure gonna have some people mad on this one.
Yeah, out the
Out the
mud.
mud.
You
Out
did.
the mud.